Hey Cancer, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name's Erica. Welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you found me. This is your 2017 Astrology Heads Up Forecast, Cancer. So why don't you sit a spell so we can talk about your stars. We're going to start off the year of 2017 with Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn. If you want to know more information about that, you can check out your January astrology video that has been released and is already on the channel. I'm going to talk about February forward for the astrological transits. September. February 9th or 10th, depending on where you live on the planet, we will be having a 22-degree Leo lunar eclipse. This will be occurring in your second house. The second house is ruled by Taurus, and it is the house of your money, possessions, earning ability, self-esteem. It is covering your possessions, your values, the things that you want close to you. And anything that you consider a possession would be something you could point to or introduce as mine. That could also cover a relationship because you introduce your spouse or your partner as my boyfriend / girlfriend / spouse, whatever it is that applies for you. Now, lunar eclipses also are known for bringing about closures or endings. At the end of February 25th or 26th, depending on where you live on the planet, we will be experiencing an 8-degree Pisces solar eclipse, and this will be occurring in your 9th house. The 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius, and it's a pretty big house. I like to think of the 9th house as your worldview expanded through study or travel. This covers long-distance trips, questing or adventure. It also covers the study of foreign languages, religion, philosophy. It could be possibly astrology, legal system matters, political matters. It could also speak to foreign people, foreign places, or foreign things. The fact that it's a solar eclipse means that it will probably bring about a new beginning for you in that 9th house area. Could be that you're wanting to travel long distance, could be that you're wanting to study astrology, or another religion, or another philosophy, or possibly a foreign language. But it could also be dealing with higher education. Now, March and April is going to be impactful because of Venus going retrograde. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and money and resources as well. We'll be going retrograde in Aries and then tiptoeing back into Pisces. So this will be occurring between your 10th and your 9th house. The 10th house is ruled by Capricorn. It covers your career, your status, and your reputation. It also deals with authorities, and this can be authority figures in your world, authorities in their field, so like an expert, or just dealing with authorities in general. The 10th house is also the house of destiny. I like to say that for the 10th house, William Shakespeare said, all the world is a stage, and I see the 10th house as the stage that you approach the world on and how the world knows you. Now, the 9th house is the house that we're having that solar eclipse in. That's the higher education, adventures in questing, foreign people, foreign places, foreign things, legal system matters, political system matters, the study of astrology, philosophy, and religion, higher education matters. Venus going retrograde in these two houses could be an assessment of what you value in your career and what you value in adventure or learning. Just forewarned is forearmed, right? Now, during this Venus retrograde, at the very end, we're going to also have Mercury going retrograde. Mercury is the planet of thought, movement, and communication, and Mercury will go retrograde April 8th through May the 2nd. Mercury will go retrograde in the sign of Taurus and then tiptoe back into the sign of Aries. So this will be occurring between your 11th and 10th houses. The 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, and it can deal with internet matters because that's the house of the internet. But it could also deal with your friends, your groups, your teams, memberships that you may hold, associations that you may belong to. It also can deal with your future wishes, goals, and dreams, like your bucket list. For the 11th house. And the 10th house is that Capricorn ruled house of your career, your status, your reputation. And status, by the way, is something that you could change on Facebook. It could be your dating status or your title. going from Mrs. to Miss, or Mr. to Doctor, or anything like that. It's fluidity, right? But whatever you could change as a status on Facebook would be considered a status that could be changed as well in the 10th house, amongst other things. Now, August 6th or 7th, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to have the second part of our eclipse season. There will be a lunar eclipse at 15 degrees of Aquarius. This is your 8th house. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, and it deals with other people's money, the issues of regeneration, transformation, and metamorphosis. It also deals with sexuality, your instincts, that can be basic, human, or primal. It also deals with a cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The fact that there is a lunar eclipse here could bring about an ending in some way. So be aware. The 8th through September the 4th, we're going to have another Mercury retrograde. We're actually experiencing 4 Mercury retrogrades in the year of 2017 because we're starting out 2017 under the influence of a Mercury retrograde. This Mercury retrograde will be going in between the signs of Virgo and Leo, and this will be occurring in between your 3rd and 2nd houses. The 3rd house is ruled by Gemini. It's the house of your communication, and that's how you speak, how you interpret others, and how they interpret you. It also covers your communication devices. It covers your commute from point A to point B and everything that entails there. So it's the path or the route that you take, and it also covers the vehicle that you may take. The fact that Mercury is going retrograde in your 3rd house during this Mercury retrograde in August and September, I would be very careful behind the wheel because you will be more prone to those types of accidents. And if it's not that, then you will be misunderstood a great deal through your speech and your communication. It's just the way that it goes. During those types of Mercury retrograde influences, especially in the 3rd house, I like to make time for points of reclarification and also asking it, especially if it's in an interpersonal relationship or an interpersonal communication, I ask, does that make sense or do you understand? To give the other person an opportunity to ask questions if they don't, or to reiterate if I wasn't clear enough. Now, the 2nd house is the house of your money, your possessions, your earning ability, your values, the house of mind. The 2nd house is ruled by Taurus. So, this Mercury retrograde going between the 3rd house and the 2nd house, it could be that you're having a hard time getting to work for whatever reason, and it could be possibly affecting your wallet. Or you could be dealing with needing to do repairs on your vehicle, and that's hitting you in your wallet, is how I see it could also be playing out for you. Now, August 20th or the 21st, we're going to have a 28 degree of Leo solar eclipse, and this is in your 2nd house. So this is going to bring new beginnings and new fresh energy for about the next 6 months in your 2nd house of money, earning ability, self-esteem, possessions, the house of mind. Now, in October, we're going to be dealing with a pretty powerful shift. Jupiter, the planet of increase, expansion, and excess, is moving into Scorpio, and this is your 5th house. So, Cancer. The very first thing I want to say is this. If you are not looking to get pregnant towards the end of 2017, it would be a good thing for you to get on birth control or employ birth control measures, because Jupiter moving into the 5th house, this is the house of children. This is a house of pleasure, social life, romance. It's where, I like to say the 5th house has your DNA and your fingerprints all over it, because it's where you have skin in the game. It's where your creations are. If you're an artist, it's where your babies are. I know that when I did debate, I used to joke about the trophy case being my 3rd child. Just because I worked so hard to make sure that it was full of trophies. But you're going to have a lot of energy in this 5th house, a lot of expansion, so whatever's there is going to get bigger. A nice note, though, is that Jupiter moving into the 5th house is also very fortuitous for possible lottery winnings, because the 5th house governs pleasures, and that is a form of pleasure seeking. So, good luck. Wait until October to put your money down, Cancer, but don't bet the farm. Now, in December, we're going to have our last Mercury retrograde of the year. This will be December 2nd through the 21st, and this will be occurring in your 6th house. The 6th house is ruled by Virgo, and it is the house of your work and your health, or the competencies and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. It also deals with your daily to-do list and what you have to do on the daily. I like to think of the 6th house as work, health, daily grind. With Mercury being there, it may be that you are reassessing your career, or you're reassessing your job or employment. It could also be that you are feeling run down. If that's not the case, you may be reassessing how you spend your time and try to utilize that resource in a more positive way for you. Would be another way that energy could play out for you. Now, December 19th or 20th, depending on where you live on the planet, the last major energy of 2017 I'm going to talk about is Saturn moving into Capricorn. And Saturn rules Capricorn, so it's going to be comfortable here. This is your 7th house. The 7th house is ruled by Libra, and it's the house of your partnerships and relationships. It's how you identify who you are as a human being through those interactions with others. It can also cover counseling and open enemies. Open enemies would be like somebody that you have an open beef with. It could be somebody that you would testify against in an open court of law. And it's also, in my opinion, like arguing on social media where other people can actually see, interact, respond, and slash popcorn, if you will. So yeah, Cancer, that's what I see going on for you in the stars for 2017. Now what I'm going to do is pull 4 Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle cards for you to round out this reading. These cards have been quite expressive for the 2017 readings. There's your first one that fell. Let me give it one more shuffle, and then I'm going to cut for you. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. This one has not fallen in any of the readings I've done before. That's why I said that. The first card that fell for you is Uncanite Jasper. This deals with self-love, balance, and integration. It can help heal or amplify the heart chakra vibrations. Uncanite Jasper is a stone of divine feminine grace and self-love. It helps you to remember to treat yourself with loving care. You've pulled this card because you need a renewal of your patience and perseverance. So treat yourself with loving kindness and meditate with Uncanite Jasper to heal your heart, to integrate your emotions, and to find unconditional love for yourself. The second card that was pulled for you is Emerald. Emerald has shown up in I think every video I've done so far. Emerald deals with wisdom, luck, and independence. It helps heal and amplify the heart chakra vibrations. This is the second heart chakra card that you received, and we've got a lot of eclipses occurring in Leo, and Leo rules the heart. Emerald reads, Emerald is a stone of divine strength and discernment. It is a sacred talisman of the power and knowledge that you already possess. You've pulled this card because you need reminding that you have the wisdom and confidence that you seek. Meditate with Emerald to summon your inner king or queen and bring fortune into your life. Not bad. Now, Leo is also the royalty of the Zodiac. And when you think of King of the Forest, it's the lion, right? The third card that was pulled for you is Sapphire. Sapphire deals with awareness, eloquence, and wisdom. It can help heal and amplify the throat and third eye chakras. It reads, Sapphire is a stone of fidelity and loyalty. It calms and heals the mind, helping you to channel information, and it aids in discerning the most effective communication methods. You've pulled this card because you need to eloquently express your innermost truth with the insight from the higher planes. Meditate with Sapphire for peace, intellectual stimulation, and wisdom. The final gemstone card that I pulled for you is the yellow fluorite card. Yellow fluorite deals with money draw, with Jupiter moving into that 5th house. That's pretty awesome. Power and clarity. This can help heal and amplify your solar plexus chakra. Yellow fluorite is the money drawing stone. It helps you to powerfully attract resources and material wealth while also clearing mental fog, boosting intelligence, and quieting anxieties. You've pulled this card as a reminder that you are powerful and your intentions are possible, even when the pressure feels too great to bear. Meditate with yellow fluorite for mental clarity, manifestation, and harnessing your personal power. When I was reading that part, especially dealing with even when the pressure feels too great to bear, what popped into my head was that pressure makes diamonds. So, I love that the last card that I pulled for you was dealing with money draw, and with Jupiter moving into that 5th house, I hope that that's exactly what's coming for you. To my lovely Cancers, I hope you have a wonderful 2017. It is the year of the fire rooster. That's why I'm wearing the fiance's sriracha red rooster shirt to be as festive as I could be for your year-long video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. I'm going to be around for the mid-month January videos as soon as I get finished shooting this series, so y'all keep your eyes peeled. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all. Namaste.